The Greedy Poor Fisherman and the Mermaid. The poor fisherman went to fish at sea. Life was challenging for our hard-working friend, the poor fisherman. Every morning he headed towards the high seas, rolling waves, salty sprays, and all to have something on his table to eat. His eyes were like two full moons on a clear, starless night, full of longing and hope for a change in fortune. Every night he would fall asleep, aching and tired from a long day's work with no promise of reward. The poor fisherman captured the mermaid as he was fishing. One dusky evening, as the sun was on the cusp of kissing the ocean goodbye, the fisherman's threadbare net stirred with extraordinary movement. Imagine his shock when, instead of a haul of fish, he found a mermaid shimmering like a pearl among sea pebbles. Her beauty was so otherworldly that it nearly took his breath away. The mermaid begs the poor fisherman not to kill her, but is ready to give whatever the fisherman wanted. The mermaid's silvery eyes began to well up with anticipated gloom. She pleaded, "Spare my life, good sir, and I will grant you anything within my powers." The fisherman's heartstrings twanged with sympathy. His gaze softened, and he hurriedly assuaged the mermaid's fear. The poor fisherman asked the mermaid for a fish, and the mermaid agreed. In his humility, the poor fisherman only asked for enough fish to feed his family daily. And so it happened. His net came alive with bounty. Gold-striped marlins, vivid parrotfish, regal king mackerels. The sea was generous indeed. The fisherman caught so much fish and then returned home. Armed with the heaving weight hanging off his stooped shoulders, he trudged back home, a lowly fisherman no more, but a provider, a victor, a conqueror of the merciless sea. When the fisherman's wife saw the plenty of fish that her husband brought home, she was surprised, and her husband told her what happened. She gaped at the cornucopia before her, eyebrows knitted together in disbelief. Joy and surprise painted her face colorful as her husband relived the spectacle, the strange yet beautiful exchange at the heart of the sea. The wife was surprised that her husband did not ask for money. Money, the one thing they perennially lacked. Despite her surprise, a slow rush of pride for her husband coursed through her veins. This, however, was not to last. The wife asked her husband to go back and ask for money. Her greed clawed its way up her throat and leaped off her tongue. "Go, ask the mermaid for more." For money. The fisherman went back to the mermaid and requested money. Reluctantly, the humble fisherman returned to the heart of the sea. His heart brimmed with unease and guilt as he conveyed his wife's desire to the generous mermaid. The mermaid told the fisherman to return home and that he would have cars, houses, and wealth before getting home. Ever generous, the mermaid said, "Your wish is my command. When you return home, your life will be a canvas dappled with prosperity and wealth." Before the fisherman got home, his wife was already wealthy. Upon his return home, his eyes met a luxury he had never dreamt of. Money, comforts, luxuries. It was a life plucked straight out of her fantasies. One day, the fisherman's wife told her husband, "The money is too much. She should be king over the kingdom." Their newfound prosperity made life a dizzying spin cycle of unending wants and desires. His wife, high on her windfall, now wanted to rule a kingdom. The mermaid agreed to make the fisherman's wife king of the kingdom. For how could the mermaid deny the man who had shown her mercy? On the coronation day, the sky was dark and about to rain. The rain was going to disrupt the coronation ceremony. There would be a heavy downpour of rain on the day of coronation. A storm brewed, looming like a warning of the chaos that would ensue. The fisherman's wife asks her husband to go to the mermaid to request the power of the rain so that she can stop the rain from coming. "Ask the mermaid to give me power over the rain," she demanded. "I want a perfect coronation." The mermaid got angry and took everything she had given the poor fisherman. When the fisherman asked her for power over nature, she angrily retorted, "Avarice is a venomous serpent that swallows all that is good. You have let it sting you and those around you." In her fury, she revoked all she had given. The poor fishermen became poor again. Gloom cloaked them once more. They found themselves back in poverty, grappling with a life they had once known. What lesson do we have to learn? My dear friend, the lesson here, do not count your chickens before they hatch, and remember that greed can never be satisfied. It's like quicksand. The more you struggle, the deeper you sink. Always stay humble and faithful to ourselves. After all, life, my dear friend, demands nothing more than authenticity and gratitude. Please, if you like this video, kindly like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.